This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hi Sarita. Good evening.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Okay, so today our plan is to run the mock session. Mock session means like a demo interview sessions, right? So what type of
Yeah.
questions you will get at the time of real interview, so it will be helpful for you, right? Okay, the thing is,
Okay.
I'm going to ask you some questions and you are going to answer it. Okay, proper in
Okay.
a proper way. Okay, so let
Okay.
me ask you, can you please tell me what is the organizational structures?
Organizational structure means it's a complete business structure of an organization where organizational complete business where a number of organizational units are assigned to it by assigning with each other, and many company codes are created under organizational units. Organizational structure is designed in a way that a whole business runs for a company in SAP.
Okay, good. Can you please tell me what type of organizational elements is belongs to organizational structure?
Like company code, company, plant, storage location, purchasing organization, purchasing group, material group.
Okay, 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 okay. Can you please tell me what is vendor consignment process?
Vendor consignment process means when we purchase huge amount of materials from a vendor as with loan without any payment, and we store that materials in our plant premises as like vendor consignment stock. But the ownership of that material still owns by the vendor itself. Only when we withdraw the stock for company use, that time we'll make payment to the vendor on basis of consumption for consignment process.
Please tell me the step-by-step process for vendor
Uh,
consignment process.
in SAP for vendor consignment process, first we need to agree on pricing with the vendor, and set prices will be maintained in a info records in T-code ME11. After info records, we'll create consignment purchase order in T-code ME21, and we need to assign a item category as K for consignment. And on basis of this purchase order number, we'll make goods receipt in MIGO transaction with the moment 101. Uh, Now, if we want to consume those stock, we can make goods issue in to cost center in MB1A transaction with the moment at 201K, or else if we want to inventorize in those materials in our own inventory, we can make transfer posting in T code MB1B with the moment at 411K. And now we maintain condition record for the consignment with the output type cons in MRM1 transaction. And finally, we make price settlement for the consignment in MRKO transaction.
So can you please tell me, okay, what is the accounting entries are getting generated in 201K movement type in 411K movement type?
For 201K, consumption raw materials account debited to accounts payable account credited. For 411K, inventory raw materials account debited to accounts payable account credited.
Very good, correct. Can you please tell me about the pipeline process? First of all, I need the definitions of the pipeline process. Then I need step with transaction step-by-step details.
Okay. Pipeline process means materials which we receive through pipe like water, oil, electricity. This comes under pipeline process. For pipeline process, we don't need to maintain any goods receipt or purchase order or a stock maintained, because we are not storing or receiving that material. So instead of that, pipeline material will flow directly into company's process. So whatever we consume through pipeline material, we make payment according to it for pipeline process. In SAP for pipeline process, first we need to create pipeline material with standard material type pipe. Then we need to maintain pipeline info records in G code MB11, maintaining price, tax code, etc. Now we make goods issue of pipeline material to our departments in MB1A transaction with the moment type 201P. Then we maintain condition record for pipeline with output type cons. And finally, we make price settlement in MRKO transaction.
The accounting entries when we are using 201P movement type.
Consumption raw materials account debited to account payable, account credited.
Okay, 1 minute. Can you please tell me about called split valuation process?
Split valuation means if you want to maintain different prices for the same material, we can go for split valuation. For example, we purchase some materials externally at the cost of $10 per piece, and the same material when we are manufacturing and selling at $12 per piece. So here we can maintain different prices for the same material through split valuation. The
Okay.
definition.
Okay. Okay. So how can I use a valuation type into the material master
Valuation
type?
type.
How can I use it?
Valuation type. First, we need to create material in T code MM01 where we need to activate the valuation category which we created in accounting view or material master. Then we need to extend that material to the valuation type which we created in MM01 where we can maintain different price for the valuation type.
Very good. Correct.
Hmm.
What is vendor master data?
Vendor master data contains complete information of all the vendors. This information is stored individually in vendor master records. The information such as vendor's name, vendor's address, currency used for order, and payment terms, as well as like a domestic or international vendor. These all details will get in vendor master data.
Okay. Okay. What is the T code we are using to create a vendor master data?
XK01.
Okay. What is the difference between FK01 and MK01?
FK01 is only we can create vendor at only at company code level, and for MK01 at only for purchasing level. For
Very good.
XK01 we can create on at both.
Centrally, right? Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So can you please tell me about some material master information? What is the actually metal master? Can you please tell me about those things?
Material master contains detailed information of the materials which company procures or sells. It is a company's central source for retrieving material-specific data, the information such as unit of measures, stock, valuations, plant data, sales data, MRP, etc. We all get in material master data.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so can you please tell me what is the T code we are going to use for display the material list?
MM60.
Very good. What is the T code to create a material?
MM01.
What is the T code to display changes for metal master?
MM04.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Do you have any idea for planned delivery cost and unplanned delivery cost? Are you you can explain right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can
Okay.
explain.
Okay, very good. Can you please tell me about planned delivery cost first?
So
What is
planned
planned delivery
delivery,
cost?
yes. Planned delivery costs are delivery costs like freight charges, transportation charges, toll tax, or any other extra charges which were added by the vendor before placing a purchase order. Planned delivery costs can be of fixed amount or may be charged on basis of quantity or percentage of value of goods. So we need to enter them at the time of purchase order, and they are invoiced according to the invoice receipt for planned
Okay.
delivery.
Okay. Can you please tell me the step-by-step details with
For
process? Right.
for planned delivery costs, we create purchase order in T code ME21 and where we'll maintain freight charges in conditions tab of item detail or purchase order with standard conditions like FRA1 or FRB1 or FRC1 based on the requirement. Then we make a goods receipt on basis of this purchase order number in MIGO transaction with the movement at 101, and system will post the relevant freight clearing account to the planned delivery cost. And finally, if in invoice we can choose if we want to post only for the goods or services items or for freight charges. So we can post individually, or else if we want to post together, we can post it according to it.
If the vendors are different, then we can post separately, right?
Yes.
If also if the vendors are same, also we can post separately. If the vendors are different, we can post separately. If the vendors are same, we can post in a single document, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Can you please tell me about the unplanned delivery cost?
Unplanned delivery costs which are not agreed with the vendor at the time of purchase order. Instead of that, vendor will charge extra charges at the time of invoice receipt. So we need to enter them at the time of invoice receipt for unplanned delivery costs.
Okay, can you please tell me the step-by-step process?
In SAP, after creating purchase order and goods receipt, on basis of purchase order number, we'll make invoice. Invoice where we need to enter extra charges which were added by the vendor in details tab of invoice in MIRO transaction. In MIRO transaction.
In Miro transactions, where we are going to enter the unplanned delivery cost value?
Details tab. Yes,
Okay, okay, okay. What will be the accounting entries after when we are going to post that unplanned delivery cost invoice? Have you
vendor
remembered
account
about the
credit.
account?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Then
Yes, sir. Vendor account credited, GRR account debited, expenses from price difference of own goods debited, input tax for both also debited.
very good, very good. Do you have any idea about returnable transport packaging process?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me about the definitions with step-by-step details?
Returnable transport packaging means some materials needs to send with packaging like water, gases, oil or milk. So vendor sends these materials with packaging material like containers, pallets, cylinders. So after consumption, we'll return those packaging material back to the vendor in RTP process. In SAP for RTP process, first we need to create material for packaging material with standard material type VERP, and for the returnable packaging with standard material type LEIH. For example, if you're ordering some gas like oxygen gas, then oxygen gas will be the packaging material and cylinders will be the returnable packaging. Then after creating materials, we create purchase order for the packaging material only in T code ME21M. After creating purchase order, we need to make goods receipt for both the materials. For packaging material with the moment 101 in microtransaction, and for the returnable packaging, we need to enter them in non-ordered item tab of same transaction with the moment type 501 and special stock indicator M. Now we post the invoice for the packaging material in microtransaction. And after some days, after months, after consumption of those packaging materials, the oxygen gas, we return those cylinders back to the vendor through MIGO transaction with the reversal moment type 502.
02M, right? Okay,
Yes,
very
sir,
good.
502.
Very good. Do you have any idea about automatic account determination?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the definitions with step-by-step details.
Automatic account determination means whenever we purchase some materials, respective goods receipt will get posted as well as invoice will get posted. After that, vendor will get paid. So from which account vendor has been getting paid, respective GL accounts are there. So based on the movement type, material type, whatever materials we are making goods receipt at that time, these GL accounts will get triggered with the help of automatic account determination. In SAP, to hit the automatic account determination, we need to do some configuration. Like first, we need to assign the plans, company code, and chart of accounts to the valuation grouping codes in our customizing part of materials management, valuation, and accounting assignment. Account determination without wizard and group together valuation areas. Then we go for define valuation classes where we need to where we create account category reference of our own, and we create a valuation class and assign the account category reference to the valuation class. Then we go for material type account category reference. Here we need to assign which material type we want to trigger account determination. So we assign that material type to our created account category reference. And finally, GL account details which given by the FA consultant. We assign all those GL accounts to the account types like inventory posting, GR account in a configure automatic posting. After configuration, now we can go for procurement process where at the time of goods receipt, these GL accounts will get triggered.
It's okay, but not good, but it's okay. You have to work on this automatic account determination chapter, right? Okay, not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
You have any idea in release procedure for purchase requisition?
Release procedure, yes, sir.
Yes, can you please tell me about the release procedures definition first?
Yes. Release procedure for purchase requisition means whenever department requires materials for manufacturing purpose or for sale, they raises purchase requisition. So, authorized person first analyze the requirement of the material and cost. If there is no requirement of such quantity, they reduce the quantity, or if they feel the price is more for that material, they will negotiate with the different vendors, maintaining with best quality. So after analyzing all this process, release purchase requisitions will be released by the approval persons in ME 54N or ME 55. Yes.
Okay. Can you please tell me what is the structure we are using for release strategy for purchase requisition? What structure we can use?
CBAN.
CBAN. Very good. Okay. So is it possible? I'm just asking you a cross question because already I explained to you when we have replicated this release procedure for purchase requisition, right? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
is it possible with a single document type? Can we
Mhm.
populate the release strategy in header level as well as in item level with single document type? Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
How? Let me repeat my question. Okay, in a single document
Uh,
type. Hold on. Let me repeat it. Okay,
yes.
in a single we have a single document type NB.
Yes,
Let
yes.
it be NB. Okay, standard document
Okay.
type. So what happened in this case? The customer's requirement is they need a purchase requisition release strategy in a single document type in header level as well, in item level as well. Is it possible? Can we achieve this requirement?
Single document. In
If
header
you,
level, we
come on.
can release the whole document, and in
Mhm.
item level we can release
No,
by
my
item
question is,
for
let me
both.
repeat again. In a single document type, can we populate the release strategy in item level as well, in header level as well?
No, sir, I'm confused in this,
You
so I
confused,
cannot
right?
answer.
You have to
Yes,
work
sir.
on this, huh? You have to work on
Yes,
this.
sir.
Not an issue. You have to work on this. Good. Okay. Can you please tell me about the purchase order release strategy and what are the T codes we are using to release the purchase orders?
In SAP
Yes, in SAP
or the
only. We are just having the
uh,
interview for SAP only, right?
yeah, sorry, not okay.
Okay, continue, please. Continue.
In SAP for purchase order, first we create characteristic in T-code CT04 where we specify the characteristic name and we'll assign a structure of purchase order that is CKKO and field name means on basis of which field we want to trigger release strategy for purchase order we create according to it. Before that, we can go for S11 transaction where communication table where we can find all the technical field names which are relevant to that purchase order. Then we go for create class in T-code CL02 where we specify the class name and assign the characteristic to class. Then we go for release procedure for purchase order where we define release group, release codes, release indicators, and release strategies. Um, and really after configuration we can create purchase order in T code ME29 and ME21N and we can release the purchase orders in T code ME29N or if we want to release the collectively purchase order by using the codes we can go for ME28. Done,
Good.
sir.
Very good. So what is the T code to release service entry sheet?
ML81N or ML85.
Very good. Very good. Please tell me about ASN process, advanced shipping notification.
Advanced shipping notifications means if we want to receive any shipping notifications before delivery of the order materials, we can get through advanced shipping notifications. For example, we order some materials, so when is vendor going to deliver those materials and how much quantity being delivered. These all details will get prior to the delivery of the materials from the vendor through advanced shipping notification. For advanced shipping notification in SAP, first we need to maintain CC keys, that is confirmation control keys, which will activate the inbound delivery for purchase order. We can use the standard CC keys or we can customize our own CC keys in customizing part of materials management. Then we create purchase order in after creating CCK, we create purchase order in T code ME21N, where we'll activate the confirmation controls in confirmation tab of item detail. Now we create an inbound delivery for with the reference of vendor and purchase order number in T code VL31N where we'll maintain the information which we receive from the vendor like packaging information, tracking information, ordered quantity, delivered date. These all details will maintain in this inbound delivery. And with the reference of this inbound delivery number, we make the goods receipt for the materials which is confirmed in MIGO transaction with the moment type 101. And finally, we make invoice on basis of purchase order number in MIDO transaction.
Very good.
That, thank
Very
you.
good. Very good. Okay. Can you please tell me about called free goods procedure? How many type of free goods procedure we have? First. And second, can you please tell me about the procedure? It's not required to tell me about the configurations because we have a little bit configurations only, but what type of the things are required for step-by-step details, I need it right now.
Okay. Free goods procedure means materials which we are getting as free of charge that comes under free goods procedure. Free goods procedure are of two types, manually free goods and condition-based free goods. Manually free goods means materials which we get like samples or totally free of charge that comes under manually free goods procedure. And condition based means buy one get one or buy two get one. This type of materials comes under condition based free goods. Again, condition based are of two types, inclusive and exclusive process. For inclusive means some promotion is like buy three products and get one product free. So here customer has to pay for two products and physically he is getting three. So free goods quantity were added in the total quantity for inclusive process. For exclusive, same promotion is like buy three and get one free. So here customer has to pay for three products and he will be given one product extra. So here free goods quantity were not added in the total quantity for exclusive free goods procedure. These are the types.
Okay, so what is the T code? We have to maintain the free goods condition record,
MBN1.
MBN1, right? What is the
Yes, sir.
standard discount type we are using?
NR00.
Very good, very good. How many types of free goods procedure means like which means like types of free goods procedure we have, right? Called into this condition based.
Inclusive and exclusive.
So what is the difference between inclusive and exclusive?
What is said like inclusive free goods quantity were added against the ordered quantity for inclusive, and for exclusive free goods quantity were not added for the order quantity for exclusive.
Very good, very good. Yeah, hi. Can you please tell me about posting period?
Posting period, to secure a document, we have the concept of posting period. Posting period only allows a post or make changes of any transaction for a specific period. Like posting period usually allows to make any transaction for the current month and the previous month in SAP.
Okay, very good. So what is the T code to change the posting period?
MMPV,
What is the T code to display posting period?
MMRV.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, sir.
What is the prerequisites required for automatic purchase order from purchase requisition? What is the prerequisites means what is the documentation required, correct? Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. Uh, Automatic purchase order indicator should be activated in purchasing data of vendor master, and for material also automatic purchase order indicator activated in purchasing your material master. These are the prerequisites. And source or supply to source or supply for a vendor in T code ME01.
To practice on this, right? You have to practice on this. Okay. So what is the T code to maintain the background jobs?
So we haven't done background jobs.
Okay, we haven't done that, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, not an issue. Thank you so much. It's good, but you have to practice it a little bit more so that in some areas you are getting hanged up, right? So it will be not there.
Okay.
But overall, it's very good. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Thank you.